Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. I am James and you are watching Blue Dog Reptiles. Now we did have one of our subscribers recommend this video. This will be on the care guide of Panther Chameleons. And I promised that I would feed him. Now he did get a little bit earlier, but we have crickets. We have a feeding cup. Oh look. Nom 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 nom. Nope. We had a cricket break free. So, I said we would show how they eat. These guys are quite awesome. Well, that was an easy grab. But, so the Panther Chameleon, these guys come from Madagascar. They're absolutely... Did you get that one or did you miss it? Such a light touch. He's gonna go around and hunt them all down. But these guys come from Madagascar. Clearly, these guys are insectivores. They love their insects. So we give a wide variety of diet between mealworms and dubia roaches, superworms, hornworms. We tried to give them a wide diet. Now, this is Candy here. Candy eats every other day because he is an adult male. He's just over a year old. Look at that one. That one's just like, that was such a gentle takedown. Now, also with the feeding, we do have the feeding cup here. This is just a deli cup. And it makes it easier to hold on to like mealworms, and we have the deeper ones for dubia roaches. Same with waxworms and some hornworms. But crickets, I kind of just let loose in the enclosure. That way they can move around, and it makes him have to go hunt. He's like, oh, do I want more? Yes I do. Yes, I do. Yep, he got that one. But enclosure. So these guys have a screened enclosure. You can see we actually have the drip just because we water the plants in here, and this keeps the water contained. But chameleons need lots of ventilation. These are advanced level animal. It's not something that I recommend for beginners, even though some of your big box stores will try to claim that they are not. They are 100% advanced animals. Now, once you get everything squared away as far as like their temperature and their humidity and all that, it is a lot easier to take care of them, but it's not something I would recommend for a beginner. Now, as you can see, we have the UVB bulb up here. We also give calcium with D3 and multivitamins to our Panther Chameleon. And you can see this is actually a very deep dome. That's why it's not bothering him to stand right next to that basking spot. There is one spot in the middle that's really warm, but it's not going to hurt him at all. It's not going to overheat him. But temperatures for these guys should be between 85 and 95 degrees for their basking spot, and then their cool spot, which should be at the bottom part of their enclosure, should be about 70 to 75. Now this is what makes Panther Chameleons tricky, is because you need to accommodate where the top of the enclosure is in the low to mid 90s, and then the bottom of the enclosure is in 70s. So that's why we have different levels of the plants going up and lots of space for him to move around. Are you just seeing what we're doing? He's looking around. Chameleons are one of the few animals in the world that can actually move their eyes independently 360 degrees. One cool fact about them is they actually will, in Madagascar, they will actually sleep on the very tip of a branch. And doing so allows them to wake up if something tries to come down the branch to attack them. Now, lifespan on these guys, for females, it's a lot shorter. It's typically 2 to 3 years once they've laid eggs, but males are on average are about 5 to 7 years. So not a lot lifespan, but they are absolutely amazing animals. Humidity should be 65 to 80%. This can be accomplished by running a fogger. These guys are surface drinkers, so you do need to mist, and that's why we also recommend live plants. It'll help hold the dew on it. So he's like, was there something down there? But we mist down the plants. This helps water them, and then also it gives him something to drink. We run foggers at night so that we help maintain that humidity. And then size on these guys, your females are going to be a lot smaller. They're typically 9 to 13 inches, and then the males can be 14 to 21. Candy here is, I'd say he's about 16 inches. He's absolutely gorgeous, aren't you? Yeah, you are. He's just like, I'm trying to focus on food here. So there's definitely a lot that goes into these chameleons, and be sure to get reptile safe plants. We have pothos in here, and then we have the, I actually have to look at the tags. I don't remember what it's called. The Shelthera is what this plant is, and this plant actually gets really big. So as it grows in and fills in, then we can trim it back and manage it, but it'll give him more places to hide. But unfortunately, we only had a smaller one. That's why we threw the pothos, and we actually zip tied the pothos to it so that it can start going across the branch. But now there's two different types of chameleon owners. There are ones that want to handle, and then ones that want to just look. Now, Candy here, we 100% handle. And they're okay with that. It just takes work. When they're juveniles, they have a little bit of attitude, and you might get bit. I have been bit by a chameleon. It's not fun. But eventually they will get to the point where they're just, he's doing a little happy dance. He's like, oh, I see more food. Got it. But eventually it'll tame them down, and they will get to the point where they don't mind it at all. A lot of our chameleons will actually come up to the screen and beg to come out and be held. Now, there are the other chameleon owners that will not want to hold them, just look at them, and the chameleon is completely fine with that too. Just be warned that if you don't want to handle your chameleon, and let's say you have the chameleon for 2 years and reach in and try to grab the chameleon, odds are you might be bit, just because it's something that's unfamiliar to the chameleon. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are new to this channel, please consider subscribing, and leave us a note, or a comment, not a note, wow, leave us a comment down below on what you guys think of Candy here. He's just got a mouthful of crickets. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and we will see you next week.